Hey guys, Wes here. You can kind of see me in the tank reflection where the angelfish is. I'm using my new tripod, which I'm gonna give you a quick review type thing. It's a, let me see if I can find it. It's called a Ravelli. This is how it's spelled. Ravelli. It's a 50-inch, I want to say, tripod, and it was the #1 rated tripod on Amazon, and it doesn't seem super cheap. Some of the plastic components feel a little bit kind of cheap, but it's pretty sturdy. But if I were to write a review on Amazon, I would probably give it 4 stars, just because it isn't super well built. But otherwise, it's good. It'll definitely work for what I'm doing right now, which is a YouTube video, and that's basically all I'm going to need it for, because I'm not going to be taking pictures of my front yard with a tripod. So I got that. You can guess that my Amazon package came, and I got this tripod, and you can see the heater in there is my new Aquatop heater. That's my old heater, and the box from the Aquatop one. It's a Aquatop model GH100 submersible heater, and I got Aquatop in particular because the heater in my goldfish tank is an Aquatop GH300, and that's been working for me. It's actually been working great because it's like way overheated, so it works perfect if I add a little bit too cold of water for a water change. So I got my heater, and then there's 2 other things that I ordered with that, but only one of them has came so far, because the other one was the free 17 to 28 day shipping, and that is the cell phone holder for the tripod, and I'm just using my old one right now. But the other thing I got was the quilt batting, and I got they measure it in like the size quilt you would use it to make, and so I got the king size one, which is 110 inches by 110 inches square, and it's called Morning Glory Low Loft Quilters Polyester Batting. And this is the kind that I've seen Joey use, the King of DIY, and a couple other YouTubers, maybe. I'm not going to say any names actually, but I know that Joey uses it, and it looks like this. Morning Glory Low Loft Quilter Polyester Batting, and it's actually a huge roll. It's probably about 1.5 feet long, and then the diameter of it is probably like 7-8 inches. So it's a lot of material. Compared to the Marineland right size filter floss pad that comes in maybe it's maybe 8 or 9 square feet. It's probably a little less better, or a little, well, not as good of a filter floss, because the Marineland is 2 different thicknesses. The blue is coarse and the white part is fine, and they're bonded. And that's $7 just for the 8 or 9 square feet. This quilt batting was like $7.50, and you get, I'm guessing, probably like 20 times as much for the money, and that's awesome, because everyone knows in this hobby that things can get expensive really quick, and I'm always looking for ways to save $1 or 2, so this definitely helped. So I'm just gonna do a quick little update on this tank. The heater is working great. The other one I had before, which is down there, it didn't have a very fine adjustment, so when my really old heater broke, that one kept it at about 78 degrees, and then when I put the one in that you're looking at right now, I couldn't really fine tune it as much, so I had to stick with 80 degrees, which is a little high for me because I like to keep it at about 78 or 79. And this one has increments of, I think, 4 degrees, and one of them is 79. So 79 degrees Fahrenheit is perfect for me. I could go down to 75 if I was really uncomfortable with a high temperature like 79, but you know what, it's not a huge deal because they'll adapt to any temperature of water that they're in, really, if it's not too extreme. Now, the other little thing I wanted to update on this tank is the plants. You can see the crypt Wendidy in the front, and there's maybe 1 or 2 in the back. I think all of them but one of the plants has sprouted a new leaf, and they're getting pretty big. So this light is definitely working, and I've been dosing more of the API Leaf Zone. I think with every water change I put in like half the dose that it recommends for a 20 gallon because I don't want to overpower it because the plants aren't super big yet since I trimmed them. But the crypt Spiralis in the back right is growing up a little bit more. I think it's probably grown in maybe an inch in the last 2 weeks. The Golden Creeping Jenny on the left, that's been growing steadily and slowly, but the one problem I'm having is that it's being uprooted by my Corydoras, because what I found is that they don't really have a really strong central root system in the gravel, but once they get a bit taller, they send roots out from the stem, and sometimes they'll find their way to the gravel and they'll kind of hold on like wires on a power line that's making a curve. It kind of holds it up. So that's what the roots kind of do with the Golden Creeping Jenny, is they don't really attach on the bottom of the plant, but they kind of send out roots halfway up the plant and up the stem, and they kind of act as support wires tying it down, if that makes any sense. If it doesn't, whatever, deal with it. The other thing I wanted to add was that since there's not very much algae in the goldfish tank yet, and I got those 2 Nerite snails, I figured I would stick one in here to handle a little bit of the GSA. And let me see if I can find him. There he is. You guys can't see him right now. I have to adjust my tripod a bit. He's up in the back right corner. You see where the airline tubing leaves the surface of the water, and then you see that little light brown smudge halfway between the right wall and the airline tubing. He's kind of up there riding the top of the glass right underneath the plastic support. So I don't know why they do that, but I think he likes to stay along the top when the lights are off, because I just turned the lights back on because I wanted to make this video, but usually when the lights are on, he's roaming the glass and going up and down and everywhere, and you know what snails do. And the Otto's doing a little bit of cleaning, I guess. It's kind of hard for him to get the green spot algae, but other than that, all is well. With the quilt batting, I'm probably gonna cut out a template of some sort that's the size of the coarse sponge in there. So I'll just kind of make the size of that on a little template, and then I can keep that to cut out new pieces of quilt batting to stick in my filters underneath the Biomax to polish it, because I've had pretty clear water in this tank, which I don't know why, because I just have the coarse sponge. But in the goldfish tank, I've been battling cloudy water issues, and that's why the Marineland Penguin is on the front. It's kind of polishing the water because the only thing in there is the coarse foam and the Biomax and the Aqua Clears. So I'm gonna start putting quilt padding in there, and then hopefully I'll be able to ditch the Marineland on the front, because it doesn't really bother me, but like the looks of it doesn't really bother me, but having the top open all the time causes a lot of evaporation, and I'm having to top it off between water changes, which I don't really like to do. I try to keep maintenance to a minimum. I don't really scrub algae anymore because I haven't had any really bad problems. For some reason, the last couple 2-3 weeks I haven't seen much algae, and it's gonna be a lot less work with this gravel not having to scrape the sand, excuse me, not having to scrape the bottom, because that was where most of the algae was growing. And then if I do ever have a bad algae problem, I can just move the Narite from the 20-gallon back into here with the other one, and they can just go at it. But I have a feeling that once I get my T5 that it is going to cause more of an algae problem, but hopefully I'll be able to get more plants and see a lot more growth, and the Anubias and Java Fern in the middle, and just try and convert this into a better looking tank, because it hasn't been its best the past year that I've had it. So I guess the timer thinks it's a good time to end this video, and I agree. So I'm going to sign off, and I will see you guys next time. Subscribe if you like this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment of anything you like about my tanks, or what you think I should change to make it look even more awesome, and any feedback. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.